Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Disabled Reality. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show. But before I tell you what today's topic is, I want to remind all my fans out there uh, about this show, Disabled Reality, and what this show we discuss about all the stupid things that people, including our elected officials, say and do. Now, that now leads me to discussing about today's topic for today's show, in which it is New York State gun bill legislation that just passed both houses in New York needs to be vetoed by the New York State governor. Okay, now I just read the article about this new gun bill legislation that just passed both houses in the state of New York. And now it was sent to the governor's office for her to sign and to make fully into law, in which I beg and plead with her. Please, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul, please do not sign this bill into law. Completely veto it. Let it go back to the drawing board. Okay? Now I'll explain to you why I say this. Because this new gun bill legislation that passed both houses in the state of New York, um, it still allows semi-automatic guns to be bought. And that includes guns like the AR-15. Seriously, guns like these need to be completely banned, especially since guns like the AR-15, ladies and gentlemen, police have no protection against them. Okay? That puts the lives of many innocent, good police officers in complete jeopardy. And that right there alone should be enough for the governor to say no to this bill. Okay? Let it go back to the drawing board. Also, in this bill, it does not stipulate anything about background checks to be done with any sort of guns. Okay? And, that needs to change too. It needs to be said that for all of the types of guns to be bought and owned, there needs to be background checks as well of the owners. I'm stipulating. There needs to be background checks on that. Okay? And uh, the other thing, the other part of this bill, it stipulates that uh, for people who want to buy and own guns like, semi-automatic rifles and, AR-15s, they want to raise the age to of that, for that for people to buy them, and I think they want to raise it to the age of 21 or something like that. And here's the thing. Here's what I say to that. You know, yes, you have to be like 21 to buy alcohol and cigarettes and stuff like that, and that's good to a point. And but here's the other thing. Let's just say if another bill is created in which they add in onto another new bill that the new age to buy any sort of guns is to be 21. Let's just say hypothetically, ladies and gentlemen, if they do that. All right. But who's to stop a 21-year-old to go out and buy any other sort of gun and shoot up a whole mall? You know, then what are they going to do? Raise the age limit again after that? So I questioned that part. And um I know, plus if you raise the age limit for that, that's going to have a domino effect to uh for are we going to raise the age limit for people to be able to go into the military? Uh, are they going to raise the age limit for people to get a driver's license? When is it going to end then? So this is why I question this, and there is a domino effect to it. And since we're on this topic, ladies and gentlemen, you know, um, is there going to be background checks? Or uh, and for people to have IDs to go vote? I personally believe, and this is just my own personal belief, that there should be uh, a laws to stipulate that um, in order for people to vote, they have to have ID, a state ID, for them to be able to uh, vote in their state, and there should be background checks on them. Yes, especially since one of the parts of the problem for with regards to voting and stuff like that, you know, um, Board of Elections do not have a list of those who have passed away, and that's why many times Board of Elections are sending notices of voting to houses or to addresses of people who have already passed away. And then on top of that, you get these hackers, right, in which they take the names of people who have already passed away and they put it on them, they take their names and to put it on their own IDs and, you know, to make to make it look like they are those people. And, that's wrong too. So you gotta be on the ball about things. So, and I'm sure there's many people who are going to say, well, you know what, Anthony, the odds of people doing that with regard to voting, it's slim to none. It's really not a big problem. You don't get it how much of a problem it is. And that's why the systems for voting need to be, I guess, like updated or um, uh, whatever you call it, and because it is part of the problem. Okay, whether you agree with it or not, it is still part of the problem, and there's ways to handle that. You can do the background checks of these people. Say, hey, listen, is the name of so and so? Is this person dead? Did they die already? I don't know. Did a hacker get a hold of their names and stuff like that? This is all important things to do with regards to voting as well. So, and that's why it's also important to have IDs for those who go to vote and stuff like that. It is actually important to do these things. Okay, and even though you may not agree with it, and even though many people don't see it, they don't get it how much of a problem it actually is. But anyways, I don't want to get so far off the topic of today's show, in which um, I hope and I beg and I plead with New York State Governor Hochul, please do not sign the current gun bill legislation that passed both houses in New York and they sent it to your desk for you to sign. Please do not sign it. Please veto it. Make it go back to the drawing board. demand that guns, semi-automatic rifles, guns like the AR-15 do not get do not get allowed to be passed to be bought in the state of New York, and also demand that for all other guns, handguns and stuff like that, um, that there needs to be background checks on the owners. It's important. So I just beg her to please not sign this bill into law. Let it go back to the drawing board. Let it be done the right way. All right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to uh, remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. And the link to there is awldny.com. You guys can check out all the products on there. All the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. Also, I want to remind all my fans about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. You guys can check out all the pages on there. On the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also, on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the links to the two books that I wrote. And if you guys follow those links, you guys can check out both of my books and you guys can also purchase both of my books as well. And so, with that, take care, everybody. Bye.